was changed for self-taught. So in the 79 and then in later years, she was organizing the National Fine Arts Exhibition of self-taught Romani artists. Daroci's major field of research is the Roma Holocaust, and she's committed to establish its narrative that would provide a platform upon which Roma could gain voice and demand a legitimate position in European history. And as she observes, it is impossible that, quote, state of justice ceases to exist at the first house of disadvantaged settlements or poor regions. I would like to address Mr. Nicolae Gheorghe, who was born in Romania, and his parents belonged to Roma groups that have been linguistically assimilated in Romania for centuries. He graduated from philosophy and sociology and worked at the Institute of Sociology in Bucharest. Following a 1974 World Conference on Population in Bucharest, he started working on Roma issues. He was part of the National Commission for Demography that contributed to the elaboration of Romanian Communist Party program to integrate marginalized population. In 1978 also, he wrote a letter to Radio Free Europe describing the difficult situation of Roma in Romania, and later that's why he was investigated by the security office. After the events of December 1989, he was an expert on minorities and the new authorities and contributed to the establishment of Democratic Union of Roma in Romania, Ethnic Federation of Roma. Nicolae's vision was to organize Roma into civic organizations and defend the most vulnerable groups' rights and to promote their interests, even though through the project implementation. Actually, some Roma activists perceive him as an enemy of Roma, as a dividing force and one that fights against the unity of Roma. As a result of his unlike personality, in 1991 he was kidnapped by a group of Roma. And he declared later these ethnic conflicts played a significantly formative role in his life as a Roma activist. In 1993 he founded the Romani CRIS, which became one of the leading Roma rights NGOs in Romania as well as in Europe. In 1995 he organized a campaign to support the term of Roma as a denomination of the ethnic group, as opposed to the Romanian government who proposed the term Țigan. As a result, in 1999, the Romanian government issued a memorandum recognizing the right of the Roma minority. Later, Nicolae played an important role in establishing the working group of Roma associations as an umbrella structure including almost all Roma organizations from Romania, which elaborated the national strategy for Roma. He is one of the most outstanding Romani leaders in Europe and ideologist of Roma political activism. In addition to being a human rights activist, he has also published several articles, studies on Roma issues in Central and Eastern Europe. He has proved that to the world that Roma minority shall be involved in the decision-making processes and is naturally capable of being both the theorist and the executor of the most important Roma and Sinti policies. I would like also to address Mr. Romani Rose, the leading figure of the movement for Sinti and Roma civil rights. As a member of German Sinti family that lost 13 members in concentration camp and the Holocaust, Mr. Rose has been politically active since the 70s in the struggles of the minority for acknowledgement and material compensation for the wrongs that they have suffered. His significant success include the acknowledgement of the German Sinti and Roma as a national minority under the terms of Framework Agreement on the Protection of National Minorities of the Council of Europe. Since 1982, Mr. Rose has held the post of Chairman of the Central Council of German Sinti and Roma, and since 1991, he has directed the Documentation and Cultural Center of the German Sinti and Roma as an institution known across Europe for presenting the first permanent exhibition on the destruction of the Sinti and Roma. Together with other representatives of other minorities, Mr. Rose is a member of the Executive Committee of the International Movement Against Discrimination and Racism. In March 2006, the Polish government named Mr. Rose to a seat on the International Auschwitz Council. Examining the life story and the achievements of Mr. Rose, we recognize him as one of the greatest mediators of the German public life and the political mainstream.